Alright, let me tell you about my show. Wednesday nights. And here we go. It's the rule of three with a touch of Basco. And like the Joker says, and here we go. It's Wednesday night and it's 9 o'clock. Click on the thumbnail, it's about to get hot. We get 3 different questions in only 3 minutes. It ain't for the scared, it ain't for the timid. Some will like us and some just don't. A lot will back us and some just won't. It don't matter with the Khaos crew. We specialize in making things do what they do. So sit back, chill, and enjoy the show with me, Chris Gaiskar, and Unzo.
Fire, peace. 9 o'clock, Wednesday nights. Don't miss it. Check us out.
And here we go.
Hello.
That's right. That's how we do it. All right, guys. How you doing out there in Chaos Land? Good to see you guys. Let's see, we got Jason Lee and Austinator at least. We'll see.
Hello, everybody.
What is up? What is up? Since we can wait till Danny comes, did any of you guys, without like going into it because we're doing on the roundtable, did any of you guys like Loki last night?
I haven't watched it yet.
I've watched half of it. And
I got home.
I had to get to
7 something, so
I had to get back to work. But what I saw, I liked. I've already heard a certain person who will not be named on the show, LDG, already complaining about it
for you. Oh, did he?
No, he didn't. He sounds like he's complaining about it in his backstage. I could be wrong, but he says he says he's cracked the code, which means he's already analyzing this.
Oh Lord! Oh no!
two in.
Oh,
Didn't even take any time.
Wow, he's cracked the code.
Oh,
cracked
Jesus.
the code. That's exactly how he said. Hey, Dandelion, Fluff, Allie, how you doing? Good to see you.
What's up, Dandelion?
Waiting around for Danny. Go ahead and let's do the introductions really quick. Gaiskar, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself.
Hola, mi nombre es Gaiskar. No. Basco scenario.
Well then,
the Basco
do
scenario.
It, bro. Do it, bro.
The Basco scenario is my channel. Cool reviews, gaming clips. Probably gonna throw out a stream sometime this week, hopefully. Sundays, like we mentioned, roundtable for Loki and Bad Batch, all in Chaos Central. Mondays, 9 p.m. Chaotic Conversation. Tuesdays, 9 p.m. The Chaos List. Well, today, 9 p.m., of course, for the Rule of 3, 10 p.m. on the OOC. So make sure you tune in because we always bring the fire to everything we do. So that's how we do.
We need to do a skit, Gaiskar, where you're speaking Spanish and I'm translating.
You're translating whatever you think it is. Right now, he said, "You're a motherfucker." Stupid motherfucker.
So you're gonna do kind of like what Mouth does in Goonies.
Yeah, or
totally changing what she
well,
wants.
She was actually.
He's saying it, but
but he was changing everything.
Yeah.
And what I think I heard is that he actually put he used those words, but there's some swear words he throws in there.
No, there's no swear words.
Not in
it's just that he just tells if you don't do the chores, we're gonna lock you in the closet with the cockroaches or something like that.
So the translation is on point.
Yeah, he's actually speaking Spanish.
No.
Okay.
But he's not translating what the woman's telling her.
No,
I know.
Feldman, right? That's Feldman, right?
Yeah.
Corey Feldman knew Spanish, and he suggested that scene get put in the movie, if I remember right. And he says it'd be really funny if she was telling me to translate what she was saying to her. Yeah, I was saying other things. And the sexual devices.
Yes.
It's like, really? Wow. It's beautiful stuff. Okay. So, anything else you want to say, though?
You want to play it? I found it.
Go for it. Share the screen. Why not?
Don't worry, Dandelion. No spoilers. We ain't talking about it. I just wanted to see if those guys seen it yet. And JJ, what are you worried about gaming for? Aren't you tired of losing to me? I would be.
I would be so modest, man.
Lost to me in the Rumble. Lost to me in Tekken. Lost to me in Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, I'm happy that you keep trying.
There it is. Okay, here we go.
You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boys, this is Rosalita. Rosalita's going to help us with my arms.
Hola.
Rosalita doesn't speak a word of English, and I know some of you have taken some Spanish in school.
Well, so funny.
Mrs. Walsh, I speak perfect Spanish.
And if it's any help to you, I'd be glad to communicate with Rosalita.
You're a lifesaver, Clark. Come with us, will you?
Clark. I always forget his name is actually Clark.
It's Fran, Ma.
Yeah, they broke the penis off.
You think your mom's gonna notice? You glued it the wrong way.
Of course she's gonna notice. That's my mom's most favorite part.
Yeah.
Just throw them all into cardboard boxes. Forget the suitcases. Clark, can you
Look at the shitting grin on him. Look at the shitting grin. It's like, I can't wait to get a hold of this. Cocaine and speed in the second. Heroin in the bottom. Always separate drugs. It's upside down. It looks fine to me.
I thought I was on Khaos Central, not Rob Storm.
Closet, you'll find everything you need: brooms, dustpans, sex spray. I would really like the house.
Yeah, we hear you, Daddy.
Clark, can you translate?
Si no hace buen trabajo. Aquí con las cucarachas por 2 semanas sin agua y sin comida.
Mita.
Okay, Rosie? Okay?
You're going to be very happy here.
Come on, Clark, we got much more to do. You're so fluid in life.
Es una casa de locos.
My dad loved that movie. That was one of his favorite movies. Goonies, he loved it.
I love that movie. And you know what's funny is if you go to the street where those houses are, they've blocked that street off. They literally have to hire one of the cops in the city to keep people from going there. And only a few people actually ever get a hold of the homeowners and are allowed up to it. Like a very difficult thing. Yeah, because they were getting people all the time. I mean, all right. Well, let's keep going down the road. Mr. Danny of Comic Chat, why don't you tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found? Is that a Baby's Kid shirt?
Nah, it's Boondocks.
Boondocks. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. Boondocks. So that was a good show too. Sorry.
I am Danny Kid Comic Chat. See me on Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my show, Khaos Conversation. And glad to be here. Ready to see what the topic's going to be.
I was going to say, Danny, turn that frown upside down, man.
What frown?
I know you just look like you're like.
No, I was kind of like, what the hell are we watching?
Goonies.
You don't like Goonies, Danny?
I'm about to do a early version of Off My Chest because I was trying to upgrade my YouTube, my whole system. I got enough money. I want to get a new camera, so I go to Walmart. Camera said, "Ain't nothing in there but a fucking Echo." I'm like, "What the hell? What the hell people want cameras for?" So if I go online, I'm going to pay damn near double. So
No, you're not. About that. No, you're not. I'll find you one and I'll send you the link. What do you want? You tell me what you want.
Nikon either. Right. Nikon either the Canon Rebel. The kind all I want to use it for is just to use the camera as the webcam. Nothing else. Only no other. I got plenty of lenses to fit. I prefer Nikon, but I will do with a Canon.
And there's LDG right now telling us that Loki broke itself in 2 episodes.
I didn't see it yet. Just letting you guys know.
All I'm saying is, folks, it took him 2 episodes to think he knows what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
2 episodes. He is, 2 episodes ahead of where he was last time?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of this episode, Chris and Anzo?
I've only seen half of it, and so far I like it.
Oh.
I liked it.
I
still think. Go ahead.
It reminded me of a space version of 48 Hours.
It seems kind of like that. Yeah.
48
buddy
hours.
cop thing. A buddy cop thing. Yeah, I got you. I can see that.
That's I was like, oh, this is 48 hours right here. 48 hours. But it's cool. That ending was like,
do you like which episode do you like better, the first or second?
Second one because of the reveal.
Okay.
There's a review.
All right, now let's get to Mr. Anzo of Biggaford Entertainment. Anzo, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself. And
what's up, guys? Biggaford Entertainment. I actually thought Chris was gonna skip me, but he didn't. He's on point. I give him that. You guys notify me, like I said, it's Biggaford Entertainment. Later on tonight will be the OOC. I don't know if Game Changers will be tonight either, but we're gonna work on that coming up in the next couple of days. But yeah, other than that, let's get it started, man.
All right, you guys know how we do this. We have 12 topics, 4 topics in each of the categories, which is pop culture, current events, or sports. Now, these are all compiled from past questions that are still relevant today, and these are basically just ones we've had that we haven't had yet. So that's what we're working with, folks. And we're going to start right now. I believe I actually have everything prepared, so let me make sure I turn down the volume before I hit spin, because I know it gets loud sometimes. Let me know if it's too loud still, though. Here we go, guys. Number 1.
Ooh. Something I can sink my teeth into. Here we go.
George Floyd was killed by police about 1 year ago now. His death galvanized the nation. How much do you think has changed since?
I wrote this question. I can't believe it.
Oh, yeah, and you're complaining?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. For some reason, it didn't keep the right ones on it. Huh.
That's karma. Let's skip it. Go to the next.
Wow.
Hold on. I gotta fix it.
That is saved by technical difficulties.
Good job. Good job, Chris.
All right.
Well, that was not.
I knew that $50 super chat I sent you would pay off.
But that was your question.
I know. I was stupid. Months ago, weeks ago. No, I don't want to bring that. I don't want to talk about that now. No.
All right, hold on. Let's. I don't know why.
I don't blame you. Oh
all
my
right,
gosh, that's
hold on
funny.
just a second.
That is like, yes.
Bunch of punks. I was like, yes, I can sink my teeth into this.
I know you do later.
Right.
That's your name. Later. Anzo later.
Oh, jeez. All right, guys. Here we go. Try this again. Sorry. I just noticed this. I was like, wait a minute. No, I don't think that one's on there. So I was like, wait a minute. I know I did. But there's one on here that that you'll like.
What the hell?
Ooh, wow, that was close. If you were offered a role in a movie that you knew would skyrocket your career, but you had to have a same-sex scene kissing and possibly implied sex, would you do it?
Fuck, I wish we had the other one.
Oh my God. Who wrote this question?
I think that was me.
Watch what you wish for.
I'll go first.
God.
Here we go. 3 minutes. Anzo, your turn is now. Go.
Hey, don't we get a mulligan on this?
No.
Okay.
That is one thing you didn't bring to the show is mulligans. All right, here you go.
All right, so let me give a disclaimer first before I say my answer. I don't care what people do in their private life. I don't care what they do. If you want to do that, you can. Me personally, I could not do it. I just I don't, man. You know, sometimes you're walking down the street or you walk with your boy and your hand like brush by his leg by accident, and you feel yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, my bad. Like, you know, you're fucking wiping your hand like you just burnt it or some shit, you know? So I mean, I get it, man.
It's wiping your hand.
Dude, yeah. I know what he's talking about.
Yes.
I know what he's talking about.
But I would wipe my hand like a guy has like, what the
I do, bro. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's no offense to anybody else, but just for me. Just for me personally. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
Well, like when they ask you to pray and you got to hold hands, you be like, oh, shit.
Wow, man!
I always try to get by a family member. I always do.
Facts.
Wow.
Facts. And I say this, you know, like I said, to each his own. If that's what they want to do, just for me, I couldn't do it because, especially if I had to kiss a man, I no, that's I Will
Even
Smith
if they offer you millions.
Even if they offered me $1 billion, bro.
Wow,
right?
Billion. Wow. Call me
We are talking about something that is supposed to skyrocket your career, something that will be in your face constantly every single time you do a movie or something like that. They're always going to bring up that same sex thing. Yeah, they do it to Will Smith all the time. 6 degrees of separation, that shit still pops up every now and then. You know?
Do it to Heath Ledger and
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But Brokeback Mountain, they still talk about that shit constantly. You know what I mean? And for me, I just, it's not for me. Like, again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I was trying to be a little bit funny, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody and their views. It's just for me, it's not something that I could or ever wanted to do. So if they had offered me a role like that and I knew it would skyrocket my career, I would pass it, because if you have acting abilities and you're a good actor, there'll be something else that'll skyrocket your career. There will be something else that you could possibly get that'll get you to the level where you want to be. Now, I know another thing about Hollywood is, like, if you turn down roles like that, they're like, okay, you're done, your career's done. But I just couldn't do it. Personally, I just couldn't do it.
Oh, Jesus. Austinator is Batman's favorite mountain program. Wow. Hey, Commander Data, how are you doing? LDG's here. Commander Data, Austinator, Dandelion Fluff, guys, thank you very much. Do me a favor, smash the like button and go on Twitter or your favorite social media platform and share this out. Let people know that we're live, please. Thank you. Who wants to go next?
I gotta talk to my wife.
Have your wife come in here and come in the room with you. Sit on your lap while you're talking about this, so you feel a little better. All right, who wants to go?
All right, Danny.
All right, Danny, go ahead. 3 minutes. Go.
Okay, $1 billion. That's what they're offering, right? That what I was gonna say. $1 billion.
That's what he said.
Skyrocket.
No,
career.
I said that because someone asked me for $1 million, but it's to skyrocket your career. Like, there's no money involved.
Okay,
but if you,
I'm just gonna have to tell you, I have a price. Now, kissing and tongue and all that kind of stuff, nah, that ain't gonna happen. But I don't care if they can apply it, as long as it's off screen. But me getting in the bed with another man, nah, that ain't.
No, that's the thing. You have to be in bed on screen, tongue kissing or something like that. Yes, $1 billion.
Matt Damon, and
I thought you said the question said implied, like implied.
Yeah, but that still, it does say a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
You have to kiss and implied sex. So something like that would be.
So you have to
like being in bed.
Kiss on the cheek.
Would be like,
there's a kiss on the cheek. I can do that.
Because you have to sell it. You have to sell it. And the best way I can put this,
I'd be like,
listen. No, the best way I can put this is Michael Douglas and Matt Damon did a movie about Liberace.
No,
and
I ain't tongue kissing nobody.
I watched that. I was like, wow, because I would never have been able to do that. I watched that movie and I was like,
there won't be no tongue kissing. There'll be no bed scene. No, I'm not doing that because that would make me the ultra hypocrite. I'm gonna piggyback off of what Anzo said. If you want to do that, and that is what floats your boat, make you tick, have at it. But that's not what floats my boat to make me tick. So I'm not doing no intense sex scene with same sex. Just ain't my flavor. Hey, if you want to do it, up to you.
What's your flavor?
That will not be the flavor from Mr. Graham.
So
I'll try something else. There'll be another act role come along, but
another day, another time.
I want to, and I've heard of actors in certain like Kirk Cameron. He won't do love scenes unless it's his wife. If you watch that movie, what was it? He was a fireman. They cut the woman that played his wife out. And the actual love kissing and hugging scene was his actual wife, but they shot it at a different angle, so you couldn't really tell. So, we gotta be creative with that. I'm not, sorry.
Let me ask you a question, Danny. You've seen Pulp Fiction, right?
Some parts of it, not all the way through.
Okay, so do you know the Vin Rhymes scene?
I don't.
Okay,
I've heard about it. I've never seen it.
Guy wanted to know if you'd be able to do that scene for $1 million.
No, that scene still to this day. He's sitting there. We good? Me
neither. I couldn't do that one either, bro. Couldn't do that one either.
Nope. And like, if you've seen Deliverance, no, I just
So, babe, the question here says, if I were to have a breakout role in a movie, but I would have to have a scene with not a porno, being with another man. How much should I get paid to do this? Like,
don't forget, you got to kiss.
I got to kiss the guy,
and there's possibly implied sex in it.
Possibly implied sex in it. So basically, porno. Yes.
No, I didn't.
Softcore.
Softcore. I was like softcore.
Skinamax.
Are you actually thinking about it?
She's gonna. You better not.
Wow.
What'd she say?
So for $1 billion, you would throw me in there?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
No hesitation. Yeah. Really? Hell yeah.
Ask her for $1 billion. Ask her for $1 billion if she'd make you actually perform some sort of a sex act on a guy.
Wow, now you're taking it too far, bro.
No, okay. Anyways,
oh my God.
Hey Caleb, what's up? King David, good to see you guys.
She's standing there going like this, like.
But, okay, Gaiskar, if you ever take up acting, may I suggest that your wife is not your agent?
Your agent, for real.
For sure. No hesitation. Oh hell yeah!
All right, here we go, guys. Gaiskar, 3 minutes.
For less than $1 million. What?
What?
Get back in the room. It's my 3 minutes, okay? Over.
Oh, Jesus!
Damn.
No.
She got you like a cheap whore.
No.
Over 1,000.
Now he's saying I'm a cheap whore now.
What?
No, I have values.
Wait.
Oh my
What did
goodness.
she just say? What did she just say?
She goes, how long does it take you to make $1,000 in a day? You could just go in a room, you got $1,000.
No.
Mine just said yeah too.
I'll tell you, Angie and I are gonna get along perfectly, man.
Danny,
I'm not asking my
go
wife.
get your wife.
I'm not. I'm not.
There are times why I'm glad I'm in the position I'm at.
Oh my God.
There's a reason why
my wife,
Oh my gosh.
She'll probably drive me to the place.
That's why he's not asking her. She'll be like, when are we leaving?
Get your ass out. Let's
go now. No, go.
This is funny, man. This is I needed this laugh.
Then,
Mama needs a new purse.
Oh my God.
She want to write the check in her name. I know her. Virginia Graham. Yes.
I'm telling you, guys, if you ever get a chance to take up acting, your wives or your others, whatever, do not let them be your agents. You are nothing but a piece of meat. It can be sold and chopped up in any moment.
Oh boy!
All right, 3 minutes, Gaiskar.
I already took the 3 minutes, brother. But I'll add to that. Honestly, for $1 billion, it's $1 billion. I don't care what reputation or that comes in my face. I'll be like, it was only one scene. I don't need to do anything else because I'll be investing that money, and I want to give a shit what the people would say. So, you know what? I'll bet just doing what did you say? I can't hear you through this stack of money that I have in my hand. But for anything less than $1 billion, I don't know, man. I don't know. It would have to be a lot of money. It really would have to be a lot of money, and a lot of like bleach after, because I would just dip my.
So you've seen Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
If you had to do that Vin Rhyme scene.
Oh fuck. Oh.
The Vin Rhyme scene.
And I'll probably be like, not a fucking word to nobody. No, I would have to have like seriously like specific things that are yes and specific things that are no. Yeah, I don't know, man. That, like I said,
what. I gotta build a lot of weed. I mean, weed that they ain't even created yet.
You know what, Danny?
There's not enough weed, bro.
That would have to be something serious to be.
There's gotta be a weed that. It's gotta be a weed so potent that the first puff you like on fucking Pluto.
No, Danny, no.
It would be on your anus.
No, Danny. It would have to be like some mushrooms or some shit, so that my mind would think it's a female, because mushroom makes you see shit, right? That's the only way. Because other than that, there's no.
You're taking a lot of chances on that, because it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to think it's a female.
I know.
Could end up being this
like
big burly guy going around like, "Come here, baby."
Oh hell no!
Yeah, exactly.
Soundmate, call Bubba.
Anything else, guys?
Oh shit! No, man. Honestly, yeah, I would have to be a lot of money, man. That's how. The only way I would ever do something like that would be for a hell of a lot of money. Right. Not $1,000.
All right, time for the next question.
Yeah, what do you mean? No.
Oh man, no. There's not enough money. Like I said, I watched some of these movies.
Oh,
like I watched.
You would.
No. I watched like some of these movies. Like I said, I talked about the Liberace one, and like I've never watched Brokeback Mountain, and I'm like, just the fact of watching it makes me uncomfortable. And again, I'm not telling you what to be like or who to be. If you like that, if that's who you are, fine, great, that's fine. Yeah. I'm not like that. I don't think even with $1 billion acting classes that I could ever get comfortable.
For real,
doing that. And I mean, I've been through like, theater and doing stuff like that on stage, and they teach you how to not, kiss a girl but not kiss her. It's like there's a lot of camera angles that you can do stuff in that you're not actually doing it, but it looks like you're doing it. Still, it's the thought that from that point on, and like for instance, not even a same-sex act, but Sylvester Stallone to this day still says that his like soft porn movie he did back in the late 60s, early 70s, whatever, he still wishes he had never done that. I mean, so you think about stuff like that. Then you got people like Ron Jeremy who literally sat there and said, "Oh, you're going to pay me how much to do it?" Fine. Ron Jeremy don't go watch it, but look up. Like, there's probably an article out there that'll tell you he is.
Ron Jeremy's done gay scenes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I never seen it.
The first time he was asked, he said, "Oh fuck no, I'm not going to do that." And then he was told how much he'd make, and he said, "Oh, okay, I'll do it." And dude, that guy, I mean, I think he's even done like bestiality. I remember reading.
Really?
Yeah. The guy
I didn't know that either.
has no shame. The guy has no shame. So I mean, I'm not like that at all. There would be so many parameters that I would have to put on that, and so much money. Listen, $1 billion. Joker made $1 billion, but if you had gotten paid $1 billion in that movie, they never would have broke even. I mean, you think a movie with that type of a thing is going to blow up so big that it makes $3 billion to cover your salary? No. So there's no amount of money that would actually
more $1 million.
What's that?
But
A decent proposal
in a movie. And I'm sorry. At the time, I probably, if I had $1 million, I would have given me more too.
And I'll say this, and because we're all going to discuss it together. You know, I don't watch UFC, right? I don't watch it because when they get to the wrestling, there are times where the guy's sitting on his chest and like his bird is like right in front of the guy's face. I'm like, if I got in that situation, I would turn into the Hulk. Like this guy would probably be wrecking me the whole match.
It'll be like this.
The minute that shit happens, I would be like, throw him on, pop, 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 knockout. Get away. You know, so yeah, I'm sorry. I know we're just making jokes and everything, guys, but
fast tap out.
Yeah, I mean,
either that too. If I can't get him off, I'm done. Tap out.
I mean, again, I mean, and I think it is more we're talking from a heterosexual standpoint. Would you be able to do that? Well, you know, you flip it around. If you were homosexual, that's not a problem. That's like, hey, let's go. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But when I went to Spain for the first time, I think back in '86, when I was with my family over there, you know, when you greet someone, they kiss you on the cheek, and it's man or female, right? And I remember my uncle came and kissed me. I was like,
"Whoa, girl!" Yeah,
I was like,
one of my friends did that to me for the first time, and I was like,
"Yeah."
But
then it's like, oh, okay, it's common shit. So
yeah, because he's from Lebanon, right? That's what they do over there still. Yeah, and it was weird.
I mean, well, you know, you want to give your uncle a kiss, and I was like, okay.
He did it to my son one time. My son almost had him fit.
Well, you know, and I think about it this way. It's like, you know, I think, you know, I don't remember the last time my father gave me a kiss after, you know, when I was growing up, because it was so long ago. It's like dads eventually stray away from it because in our society, that's like, no, you know, they'll hug you. But even then, it's like the older you get, I mean, when you get old enough, then it's like no big deal. I'll hug you.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's that time
like
frame
that teenage years, and you know what I mean, from maybe teenage to like 30 or something like that. You know,
because my dad never.
You do it more whenever you become a grandparent, because I never kiss my kids, but I kiss my grandboys all the time.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but there's that side of it that, you know, you're like, okay, well, you know, I gotta, you know, they're grown out of it. It's like, you know, the big thing you hear a lot. You know, I have one particular friend, and she breastfeeds her kids into like 5 and 6 years old. And
yes.
I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
I'm like,
that freaks the fuck out of me.
I'm like, dude, now we're getting in this like realm of what the hell.
I went to a buddy's house too. I walk in and she's breastfeeding her 6-year-old. I'm like,
whoa.
Hi, Gaiskar. I'm like,
the what?
And the kids staring at me too. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm like, do I get some too?
Oh shit!
Don't choke, Danny.
I mean, but you see
my
that.
daughter breastfed my grandchildren, but it said, and I can attest to this. They're really not sick. Have been really sick, and some of the things that come out of their mouth. How the hell you know that at this early age? How can you put words together and sentences together? They can do it. So I'm not contributing to that, but they are much smarter and got much better use of their words at their age than I've ever seen a 5 or 7-year-old. So I'm like, how the hell do you know that? Because we don't be saying all that, but they put the words together.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, just that whole idea of.
But they do watch your ass of fucking Ryan though, YouTube and shit. So they might get it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is, bro. I'm telling you, it's not in the breast milk.
Hey, Deshaun, how you doing? Good to see you.
5 or 6. She cut that shit off at 2.
Yeah, you just there's a time and a place. Yeah. All right, here we go. Number 2.
That was a funny question, man.
38 minutes on one question.
That was funny.
It's been said that in sports, a player, no matter how good they were, if their team never won a championship, it diminishes the legacy when compared to a player whose team has won a championship. If this is true, then can the same be said about Snoop Dogg, who has been nominated more times than any other rapper for a Grammy, but never won?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll go.
You will go first. I will put that into the chat. And 3 minutes. Gaiskar, go.
And to quote my brother, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is those championship trophies and championship rings. No matter how many records you break, that is the only thing that people will remember. He's got all this, but did he win a championship? Championship is the ultimate goal of any player's career, is to win that championship. And any musician, I can't even say the freaking word. Musician, it's to win a Grammy or American Music Award, to be recognized. Snoop Dogg hasn't won anything. Yes, he's recognized still because, he's been around. He's one of the OGs and stuff, but he doesn't have that top, that trophy that says, I won some shit, right? So at the end of the day, I said it again. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to winning the ultimate prize. No matter how many records you break, it's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is the championship. Having your name engraved in that trophy, along with in the Stanley Cup, it's the team's name with every player that was on the team that won. I don't know if the other trophies do the same or not, but it's to have your name on that trophy or that team that you were on that year engraved on that trophy. So, you know what? There's nothing much more to add. For me, that's what it is. You have to win that championship. Doesn't matter about the individual accolades. It's that one thing, that championship, that differentiates you from everybody else.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Go
ahead. Okay. No. Whoever, you want to go, Danny?
Yeah, I mean, it don't matter. If you want to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Danny, 3 minutes. Go ahead.
I'm going to kind of disagree a little bit with what Gaiskar said, because in a team sport, sometimes you can be really, really great and just don't get there. Case in point, Dan Marino, Barry Sanders, who's been said to be the best running back ever, but he was just on a team that was just crappy as shit. Now, individual sport, I agree with you wholeheartedly, because individually is mano y mano. Like, you can't say, particularly in boxing, if you never won the championship, I don't think you can say it's going to diminish your legacy if you never won a belt. If you're in tennis, if you never won a grand slam, you can't say that. If you're in golf, if you never won one of those, whatever the hell you call it, then you can't say that. So individual sports, I agree with you wholeheartedly that if you never won it, and To my knowledge, Snoop Dogg has always been a single rapper. He's cooperated with other people, but he's an artist, a single artist. So it does it is going to diminish his particular legacy whenever they go down as greats. Like if they're going to put the top 10, that might keep him out of it. Or the greatest of all time conversation, that might keep him out of it. But again, I'm just going to reiterate: team sports, you're kind of at the mercy of the rest of your team. Because I think Bartley is one of the all-time 50 greatest, but he never won a championship. So NFL, baseball, which I don't really know much about, but basketball and football, there are many people that in the Hall of Fame and never won a championship. So team sports, I'll give you a pass as far as it relates to your greatness. Might be an asterisk beside it, but still. Numbers not gonna lie.
Good point.
But single sports where it's just one-on-one, yeah, I agree with you 1,000%. If you don't win that championship, you don't win that title, you don't win that Grand Slam, you don't win that tournament, then it has to diminish your greatness at some level.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. Onzo, 3 minutes. Go ahead.
All right, I kind of disagree with both of them. I'm going to say this. Snoop Dogg has won multiple awards. Yes, he hasn't won the Grammys, but let's be real, though. When it comes to the Grammys, it's hard for rappers to win that, man. You know, you have to be on a certain type of level to win it, like a Jay-Z or whatever. Snoop was never on a Jay-Z's level. He was never on Biggie's level. You know what I mean? He had quality and he had great music out there. He's been nominated, but just when it comes to the eyes of the Grammys, they will probably pick someone that's a little bit more mainstream than a Snoop Doggy Dogg, right? You got to remember some of the controversial songs that he's had. You know, Murder was the case that they gave me. Sipping Gin and Gin and Juice wasn't really controversial, but you know, he's had songs like that. You know, Serial Killer,
187 on a motherfucker.
right? Deep Cover, those kind of things. You know, so the fact that he has done great music and he's been nominated just also shows that at least he's up there. You know, they consider him at least up there. But for me, like I said, once again, the Grammys are, I would say, biased, you know, when it comes to picking artists and picking who they want to win. They do the same thing with the awards, American movie awards, you know, they kind of biased. There's certain movies that we all think should have won over other movies, but because of maybe the actor was more popular or because the movie was more popular or even just for like maybe a woke agenda or whatever, that's who wins, right?
They scored. They scored, right? They scored.
Yeah,
I forgot about the game.
Yeah, Canadian scored. So for me personally, I'm not going to take away his legacy because he hasn't won a Grammy. I think that he's still up there with one of the best to ever do it. You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg, he has longevity in the game. You know, he could still probably put out a track today and still could make some money on that. So for me, one and one, like I said, man, I'm gonna say no. I don't think when it comes to music and when it comes to that, it takes away from him whether he won it or not. That's all I got.
All right. Okay. I'm not gonna disagree with Onzo, and I'm not gonna completely agree. But I'm on the same track that he's on with this. The only difference is I'll say this: the Grammys are notoriously shit. Award shows are notoriously shit. They are biased. They aren't necessarily about quality as much as they are about how much quantity you got out there. So when it comes to music, and in some cases when it comes to movies and TV, it is a different game than sports. Sports, especially individual sports, like you said, Danny, that is you against what you're doing, especially in golf. Golf is you against the course. It is nothing more than that. And if you are a master of that sport and you don't win one of the championships, then there's something to be said about you. You can't be discussed in the greats. No matter what happens with Tiger Woods, from this point on, he will always be one of the greats. He may not be the greatest because he doesn't have the most majors,
But he has them.
But he has them. Yeah, he's like 7 of them. Phil Mickelson has like 5 now. These people have these things. If you are at the top of your game in golf, there is no question. You have the hardware, you have the jacket, you have something to prove it. In music, think about how many hundreds of people are releasing stuff every year. And then you have to be the one person that a group of, last I knew, especially in the Grammys, it was still older white men. And also these are all AP press people, Associated Press people, who really don't have their real finger on the beat or the pulse of music. So, you know, Snoop's never changed what Snoop wants to do. So if it isn't in line with everything else, automatically. I mean, so I think in music, it's more about expressionism, and I don't think he gives a crap if he's won that or not. I don't think the Grammys hold, I don't think it holds much prestige as it used to. Especially when you think about how many people like Taylor Swift has won. And while I don't dislike Taylor Swift necessarily, I like the fact that, you know, you can play it and everybody dances to it. It's great.
But it's mainstream.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if I'm Snoop and I said, okay, so if I get one, I can say, ooh, look what I won. And everybody will be like, well, Taylor Swift won 20 of them or whatever. And it's like, dude, I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm doing what I want to do. And if it isn't what they want, who cares? Because it's different. It's not me that's necessarily choosing who wins. It is a group of people out there who vote on it. So think about it this way, Danny. If the Super Bowl was picked by voters every year, Dallas would win it every year. Does Dallas deserve to win it?
Hell no.
That's my point. That's my point. That's my point, though. That's the Grammys. That's the Grammys for you.
But I'll say the Steelers do.
Really? Oh, Jesus. Really? You said the Steelers?
A bit outside.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
I love that movie. That movie was good.
Major League?
Yeah, I love Major League. Me too. All right. So 3 minutes to talk about this together, guys.
Danny Lyons said Queen never won a Grammy for any of their music. I think the main reason why they didn't was the music. I think it was the lifestyle of the particular lead singer was kind of influenced that, which is not fair. But I think so. I do.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
it was more of a taboo or no back then than it is now.
But nobody knew about it until he didn't come out.
And that circle was flaming,
bro. A week before doesn't matter. He never came out about it. Barry Manilow was flaming for his whole career, and he didn't come out until last year.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, I can look at a skunk. It maybe didn't spray, but I know that motherfucker stank.
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
I love you, Daddy.
I'm just saying, man.
I understand. I don't think that has anything to do with it, and I don't disagree with you. I
don't have a problem with that because I love Queen music. I love Elton John. What's the guy that died? Made Careless Whisper.
No, George Michael. Wham. Yeah.
Michael. Yeah. I love his music. Yeah. But I just tell you, man. I think back then that was some of it. Maybe not all of it. I just think some of it.
So then this is my question. Then let's say that is the reason. Then does that diminish what he's done? Does that diminish him? Like, let's say, as being put in the greatest of all times?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think for me, seeing that rock and roll music has more of a lure to it or more of a luster to it than any other music when it comes to because look, it got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I never heard of R&B Hall of Fame or the Rap Hall of Fame.
Well, what's funny is most of those people end up in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. That's in totally different genres of music. So rock and roll music in some instances get a free pass. Not saying that I have a problem with it. It's just a fact.
Yeah, but do you think that if he didn't win because of, let's say, his lifestyle, do you think he shouldn't be considered the greatest of all time because that's why he didn't win?
He's going to be considered that
regardless, right?
Probably more so now because it's more accepted now than it was back then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I agree with you.
I know what you're saying.
Because, I think Charles Barkley, behind Tim Duncan, is the greatest power forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tim Duncan's one, Charles Barkley two, just in my mind.
Yeah.
And I hate, it don't piss me off, but I'm like, damn, man, Shaq and Kenny be riding Charles hard, man, but neither one of them didn't want Charles at it when he was at his peak. I know Kenny didn't.
I agree.
Shaq could handle him physically, but when he was at his peak, Barkley was a motherfucker.
Not even physically, bro. Do you remember when they had to fight and fucking Barkley put him on the ground?
Did you hear about Charles Barkley now? He quit his job on TNT and he's blaming it on cancel culture. Yeah, he said that.
And Dandelion,
you're crazy, man. They had good chemistry. That's one reason why I watch TNT for Chuck.
Yeah,
I think if I looked it up here, Grammy Awards.
They never won that. I just looked it up. No Grammy.
Well, Queen. It says their 2009 Grammy Award Hall of Fame, 2004 rock performance by a duo or group with vocal in 1981, and rock or pop performance by a duo or group. I don't know though if that's one or not because it says Grammy Awards here. That's what I found.
I looked up. I didn't see anything they won a Grammy. You got to ask the damn nominations and wins, like outstanding contribution to British music, outstanding song collection, best-selling A-side, best-selling British record, single of the year.
I had thought that they didn't, but
and back then, I think Grammys meant more to the artists than they do now.
Oh, it's because of his. It's because of his San Antonio jokes.
Who?
Yeah.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, he's blaming it on cancel culture.
Yeah, when he's always saying the fat chicks in San Antonio. Yeah.
All right. So they've been nominated 4 times.
I haven't finished reading it yet, so.
Man, that's gonna suck. Who's gonna get replaced?
Yeah, Dandelion. They've been nominated 4 times. All right, guys. One more topic to go. And maybe, depending, maybe we'll do another one. Here we go. So,
that's gonna be fast.
Well, this show beat that Texas music, boy.
There have been a
multitude of cyber attacks in recent months, causing a gas shortage, among other things. Is it time for countries to develop defenses against these terrorists, possibly even create a UN-type group to help strategize against them?
That already exists.
Does it?
Oh, I shouldn't be talking about this. Sorry. It's part of my job.
I want to go first on this one.
You can talk in vagueness.
Yes. Go ahead, Danny. It's all yours.
3 minutes. And if you have, really quick, Gaiskar, if you have to,
I'm fine.
You don't have to. Yeah. By all means. All right, Danny, go ahead.
I definitely think that they should develop whatever technology they can to safeguard each other, especially safeguard us from non-Americans, because everybody seems to want to come over here because it's a land opportunity and stuff. And I know that if you're in a messed up situation financially, socially, whatever, over here, it's a land opportunity, but we can only sustain so much. And not trying to sound selfish, but we got people here in America that's starving, hungry, homeless. We need to take care of us. Take care of us first, and then go out. First step is, man, we gotta put all of our brilliant minds in this cyber security because it's only getting worse. I was talking just last week to a financial analyst on trying to increase my retirement, and I was talking about cryptocurrency, and she started laughing. You don't want to do that. Uh, don't have a That's very dangerous, man, to put your money into. She said right now it's a hot thing, but it's not proven commodity, and it's something that if you don't watch it every single day, you can lose. You can lose your whole retirement. So that kind of scares me because I don't quite understand this cyber stuff. If I get a grasp on it, and play with it long enough, and know the ins and outs, and the rules, the do's and don'ts, that made me feel more comfortable. But I think China and Russia, whoever else that got an axe to grind with us, are trying everything they do to try to upset us and tip over the apple cart. And we gotta be on our p's and q's, and we definitely gotta be the best in this cyber warfare and all these safeguards and stuff to protect it because if they find a weakness, they're going to exploit it. And they know some of these countries that control the gas and petroleum and all that stuff. Anytime they get a chance to stick it to us, they'll stick it to us. Right now, we going out, stop at a gas station up down here. It was almost like $3.30 a gallon. That is ridiculous. There's no way gas should be that high now. But like I said, we need to put these brilliant minds, go to MIT and all these other colleges and universities, and we need to develop something that's going to safeguard us. All for LDG with this Prometheus. If that's going to help us, damn it, let's build Prometheus and do something because this cyber stuff, man, it's scary. If you don't fully grasp it and understand it, before you know it, you lose everything you got. So I'm all for making sure we're the best in that particular area of expertise.
All right.
I'll go next.
All right. Onzo, 3 minutes, go.
I definitely agree with that, and we do need to have some protection in cyber attacks, right? Because these hackers are getting better every fucking time you turn around. New technology comes out, and they get better and better all the time. Yes, LDG, Prometheus will save us. But one thing I will say though is your financial advisor that told you about cryptocurrency, I kind of think that was a bad advice because you don't need to go in there and spend $20,000, right? If you can take 500 or 1,000 and buy some, you got to find one that's low. That's the only way to really make a decent amount of money is you got to find one that's low and hopefully it kicks off. It's just like playing the stock market, you know what I mean? And when I was looking into it, that's what I was looking into. I downloaded all the apps and I figured what I'll do is before I ever invest in it, I'm going to watch it for like 6-7 months to see what currencies are going up, what's coming down, what's new, what's that. So it's definitely something to look into because you could take $500 and if you get low and it pops off, you can triple 4 times, 5 times your money. So, but with that being said, when it comes to cyber attacks, man, they get out of hand, bro. You know, I'm like, fuck, I should have been a hacker when I was growing up. Tried to find a way to get into some of these Fortune 500 companies, and you know what I mean. And right, if you're a smart hacker, because some of them are smart, some of them are greedy, right? But let's just say you were a hacking company and you were able to take a penny, 1 penny from every transaction that they do, you'd be fucking rich. Now, these companies are not going to fucking rob you or take you to court for a penny. You know what I mean? So I think there was someone that did that. I can't remember. That's why I'm paraphrasing about it. But someone did that. They hacked the company and stole like 1 penny or half a cent every time a transaction happened. Ended up getting a couple of $1 million. And because of it wasn't worth for companies to go after him for that. So there's ways that these hackers are getting smarter and they can get into certain things. You know, Facebook's been hacked. I think YouTube's been hacked. You know, like almost everything that we have on the internet has been practically hacked. So yeah, we need some sort of defense. We need something to stop these hackers from getting into your accounts and stuff like that, man, because if not, it's just going to get random. You know, people are getting smarter, computers are getting stronger, and with that, you know, it's going to be easier for them to get into these companies if we don't fucking have some sort of firewall or some sort of way to get around it. So.
Well, there it goes. Wow, that took a second. All right, 3 minutes. Gaiskar.
Yeah.
Good.
So there are agencies that do collaborate with a lot of other countries. Specifically, when we speak about North America, there's a lot of private agencies that do speak to each other, especially in the security industry and governmental agencies. So there is a lot of protocol that's in place. But like we said, there's other countries out there that they have specific departments in order to hack and to penetrate other governments, infrastructures. It's scary, but it's true. That's what it is. And a lot of, in my nature of business, it's our responsibility to test out our infrastructure every so often by hackers to see if they can infiltrate our company and our other agencies. So it's done on a constant basis to try to prevent these things from happening. But 100%, these companies that are communicating, they're companies and they're private, and it's private agencies, right? It's not on a governmental basis like a UN type thing, though I know that they are kind of trying to do something like that. But then again, there's a lot of sensitive information on these networks or these servers, if you want to call them. But you just have to be very careful with your own stuff. Cryptocurrency, I get everybody's a lot of, like Anzo said, it's a little premature. It's a risk because there's no security if you lose your money, right? Because there's a lot of crypto companies out there that are not legit. So you're buying into stuff that's not legit, and I believe there was even a documentary not that long ago about this woman that came out with this cryptocurrency, and she stole, I don't know how much millions of, I think it's on Netflix, and she sold, I don't know how many millions of dollars, and she's still out large, right? They haven't gotten her yet or something. So I can get why they say be careful when you invest in that. You have to educate yourself and make sure that the company you're investing in is legit, like any stock market. But that being said, definitely has to be some kind of collaboration. But there's always going to be someone out there smarter trying to get into these things. It's like the viruses, right? These same companies that sell you the antivirus are the same ones that are creating the viruses. So it's all about that reoccurring monthly revenue, man. That whatever they can suck out of you, they'll do that. You're muted.
Chris, you're muted.
Sorry. You guys pretty much said most of it. It is that thing that I think a lot of countries, even though they have things in place to try to combat it, it's also companies. Companies are kind of being lackadaisical about this, and then when it happens, they're literally tied on what they can do. I mean, there's a reason why this cyber terrorism is becoming so bad, is because these guys, such as the pipeline that got shut down for 3, 4, 5 days, whatever it was, that caused the gas shortage for the minuscule amount of time it did. I mean, that type of a gas shortage has not happened since the 70s, really. And all it took was one simple little thing, and they got lucky because they kind of, if I remember right, it wasn't like their whole system, it was just part of it, but they still ended up having to pay money out, if I remember right hearing. I think the problem is education. I think countries such as the United States, Canada, other countries like that need to educate these companies, because until the government is there helping them learn why it's so important, I'm not sure there's anything that can be done, because obviously these people are using antiquated security. And a lot of these people also, like the pipeline they were saying, is it's like every 2, 3, 5, 20 miles, whatever, on that pipeline, they have some sort of a server or a network like patch in right there that's reading, flow and all this other stuff. So these people could be going out in the middle of nowhere, jumping in, breaking a lock, and doing this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have to make sure people realize, because I mean, we have all this technology and people are using it for so much. And yet when you think about it, the security that they're using is like, I don't know. It's like they found it in a Cracker Jack box. And I know they have security out there that's better than that. But a lot of these companies, that's where they skimp on what they pay out for. They skimp on the security of this stuff. And it's like, that's really what's concerning to me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. 3 minutes. We'll talk about it together. Danny ran off.
The thing is that you gotta. It's called best practices. Every company has to practice that. They have to teach their employees what to do in case they get viruses on their computer. What the fastest, especially if they're on a server on a company, what they have to do if ever that happens. Right? It's not only pull the plug off your computer. But I know.
What gets me is that. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's like one situation where a person took a USB key from home and they plugged it into their computer at the office, right? And they had a virus on that USB key. So when she put the files onto her computer, she brought that virus onto her computer.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
And what happened right away is, all of a sudden, her wallpaper changed to ransomware and started encrypting everything. But because of the best practices, what she did right away, she pulled the network cable from her computer, which stopped the spread onto the shared drives. So it just affected her computer. But if you don't educate people about things like that, right? Fuck, that could have been the whole company.
Most of this stuff is a lackadaisical thing. When I worked for the government, you couldn't plug your phone in to a government computer. You couldn't have a thumb drive in a government computer. Don't ever let them catch you putting something else, attach it to a government computer. But the thing is it still happens. Again, we all laugh. The Nigerian prince email or whatever. Everybody laughs at that now, but what's funny is people are still being duped by these things. People are still getting these emails, and then they open them. They don't. I mean, it happens all the time at companies like mine, where somebody opens it up on a computer at work, and then next thing you know, they don't even know that it's done it.
For real.
And that's the thing. It's like it is. And yes, the best. What was that?
You got this little thing on ours. It's called phishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever you get that, once you get that email that you don't recognize and it's look all crazy, you can click on there and put it in that phishing envelope, and it destroys it or whatever. Right now they spend a lot of money in this cyber stuff. Well, I was watching a show on TV the other day, me and my wife, and like in Jamaica, they got like companies that all they do, that when they come to work, they teach them how to scam other countries and other people. And the way they mainly do it is that it's kind of two-part. They'll work as like at the hotels where the people stay at. They'll be real friendly with you, and a lot of people that are widows or someone just died, they come to some money or something, they'll talk and do that. Thank you, such. By the way, here's your number. Give me a call, and then they'll prey on those same people because they know now that they emotionally upset or
they profile them.
It's just it's crazy. I mean, it's an ass of money. They get up to go to work to do that. Bro, that is crazy,
bro.
It's like
I used to work at a company called Icon America. So it was Icon, like it's supposed to be Icon, but it was Icon, CON America. Because if you talk about when it comes to telemarketing and scamming America, number one spot is here in Montreal.
Yeah. We had what was that called? Those rooms called boiler rooms.
Boiler rooms.
We had one of the Montreal was the capital of boiler rooms.
Boiler rooms, D-Rock, sweepstakes. We had them all there, bro. Had them all.
Well, I know one thing. They're gonna be real good to get me because the first time I say, "Hey, this is such and such," and be like, "Click." I got so many people on my block line now. It's ridiculous.
Well, bro, you know what's
you
funny?
Would be surprised how much Americans get caught with these bullshit.
Well, I'm not down it. I'm just saying me.
What gets me is that how many people out there know the news constantly tells you if you're on an open network, don't do banking, don't get into your email and stuff. Man, you know how many people sit at McDonald's every day and drink coffee and do their business work there? Mm-hmm. It's like, folks, it's an open door. It's like, so there's the other thing I think that's a problem with this stuff. You get and don't think that the executive of these big companies doesn't go to McDonald's. McDonald's is one of the world's biggest sellers of coffee. That means some guy that makes 7 figures a year is probably going there and getting his coffee. He sits down for 5 seconds and opens up his laptop from work and answers an email. Somebody can jump in that. So then who's at fault? Does McDonald's need to therefore hand out like, this is a password? You have to have a password. You have to make a password to get into our system. I mean, there are so many openings for these people to get into. It's not even funny.
I don't use that free Wi-Fi shit. No.
And that's the thing. If you're doing it, you better just be watching YouTube and not even signed into YouTube. Because if they can get into your YouTube and learn that password, chances are they're going to have at least anywhere from 5 to 20 passwords of yours, depending.
I have unlimited fucking data on my phone, so that's what I use. I don't fuck
exactly, and that's the thing.
Fuck with that free shit.
Yeah. So
unless it's just a search, you know what I mean? That's what
I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah. As long as you're not signed into something.
If I go and if you don't have that lock on the Wi-Fi,
yeah. Let's see. You guys gotta be. You want to try for one more and just do a quick run through? See what else we got.
We can. I think I got maybe 5 minutes left before I go over.
Let's see what else we can come up with. Okay, we'll do this as a group. 3 minutes. Recently, a 6th grader in Idaho brought a gun to school and shot 2 students and an adult. What will it take before lawmakers in the United States act to make gun laws stricter?
Fuck, I'll go. Jesus Christ, they have it. They just let Texas now freaking you can carry a handgun without a permit or a license. So
yeah, they're not doing anything.
Fuck off.
No, I can explain that to you. Basically, go ahead. Here's the thing.
That I would blame the parent on that because you can have many guns, but you got to know how to put them safely in your house. You have a gun lock or safe, one or the other. There's a device we have. I forgot what they call it, but you put the whole tube or through the barrel, through the trigger guard, and clamp it. So there's no way possible that you could put a bullet in that gun or you can rack it or anything else. And we give them away at the sheriff's office. We give them away. Hey, here, it's a gun lock. You put the whole. You have to rack the chamber back, slide it through the barrel, and then click it through the trigger guard. So there are things out there to prevent that stuff. Sometimes people just get lazy and complacent.
And not only that, though, Danny, but some of these people are out there taking their 10-year-old kids out and teaching them how to shoot. You know what I mean? Like they're taking them up there. Yeah, here's a gun. Let's go to the woods, and then we'll go out and teaching them how to shoot. So,
yeah, but I don't have a problem with that because my dad did that with me at a young age too, right? He hunted and stuff like that, and he taught me the whole safety of what it is to be the responsibility of what it is to be around a weapon, right? But but I get what you're saying. You know, it's different. I think it's just different times, bro. Like there's so much bullshit out there and so much shit that influences young kids today that the parent can be the best parent and teach them the proper way of using a handgun. And
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And if they're not well, they're just gonna go on a rampage.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So put an age limit. I know I get it. You guys, take kids hunting and stuff like that. But, when you have a 10-year-old kid and you're teaching them how to use a gun like that, sometimes it may not work out the way you think. You may be thinking you're doing it to teach him and protect him, but now he's watching social media. He's seeing all these cool movies with guns and shit. And he's like, hey, my dad has a gun. He taught me how to shoot the gun, taking it to school. He may not even have meant to shoot anybody, but
yeah. But the flip side is, go ahead, Chris.
Well, I was just gonna go ahead. You finish, and I'll say what I was gonna say.
I'm just saying the flip side of that is you don't teach them. They get the gun. They think, oh, this is the regular fake gun. Pow, boom. But if you teach them, hey, look, this right here in Daddy's closet, this is a real gun. This gun can hurt you. This gun can kill you. Let me show you how to properly work, and never, ever, ever, ever play with this. Never, ever point at. So sometimes some kids gravitate to that. Sometimes they don't. So it's kind of double-edged sword on that.
Yeah, you have to know what kind of kid you have. Absolutely, 100%.
Well,
I agree.
I mean, they've done plenty of studies that say that the movies, the music, all that stuff really doesn't play into that. It's more bullying, social media posts that the people get put into positions they feel like they have no way out sometimes. And then there's also mental issues. Kids have mental issues, and you gotta watch that. But the biggest problem in America, why this is really difficult to do, is that unlike Canada, unlike Great Britain, states typically their laws supersede federal laws when it comes to guns. So when you have a federal government that tries to do the state, it tries to tell the states do this, the states can come back and say, well, we're not going to. In fact, I think that's one of the things Texas just did, is that anything that the federal government passes, or maybe it was Florida, it was either Florida or Texas, they basically said anything that the federal government passes, if their law enforcement enforces that, they will be under immediate censure and possible termination if they're state police. So when you got people like that, yeah,
I don't think a state law will supersede a federal law. I just think that they usually don't enforce it out of courtesy. But if somebody,
maybe that's some of it too.
Because if one of these senators is like, okay, you don't. I think the president even threatened that if we do such and such, and they don't comply. If I'm not mistaken, President Trump did that to some crazy thing he was saying.
Yeah.
If these states don't comply, then guess what? I'm gonna send somebody in there who will do it. So he can do it. Yeah. So that's why he got a U.S. Marshal in every state to go ahead and be like, okay, Marshal so and so, go ahead and take care of that idiot down there in Florida.
Yeah, I had to look at it, because the thing is that state laws can supersede federal laws in certain circumstances. But the fact is, we just had a state vote, their state Congress voted, and it's been signed in that they will actually censure and possibly fire a state police officer who upholds any possible laws that the United States comes up with. This is something that's kind of very broad by saying, oh, we're going to start now and tell you don't do it in case something does come down the pipeline. When you got mentality like that, when you're not working hand in hand with your federal government as a state government saying, let's figure out what's going on and let's come up with something that works for, like, if you're Texas, let's figure out something that works for my people who are definitely wanting to keep their guns, but at the same time will help us cut back on these tragedies and stuff. And when you got states that won't do that, all right. Well, guys, great topics and all that. You guys, let's just run really, really quick through, and everybody tell you where you can find them stuff. Start with you guys. Go ahead.
Basco Scenario, Khaos Central, everything I said in the beginning. You can rewind to the beginning, watch the show again, and find out where we're from.
Exactly. Anza, go ahead.
What's up, guys? Biggaford Entertainment. Gonna go hit over on the OOC. So if anybody wants to come over there and watch it, much appreciated. Great show, Chris. Good topic.
All right.
Yes.
Today was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny, go ahead.
Danny, aka Comment Chat, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch the Khaos Conversation. Also catch us this Sunday at 5 and also Sunday at 9. Roundtables, Loki, Fire, Bad Batch, not so much. But good show.
All right, guys. Khaos Central, all that stuff, Twitter and Instagram for sure. Check that out. Tomorrow night on my channel, Real Review 3000, we got the Rumble coming back. And Anzo tomorrow message me. I got to talk to you about something.
All right.
And with that said, guys, just check out all our channels and stuff. Check out the people that come on here. And thank you very much, guys. Great show. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Let me tell you about my show. Wednesday nights. And here we go. It's the rule of 3 with a touch of Basco. And like the Joker says, and here we go. It's Wednesday night and it's 9 o'clock. Click on the thumbnail, it's about to get hot. We get 3 different questions in only 3 minutes. It ain't for the scared, it ain't for the timid. Some will like us and some just don't. A lot will back us and some just won't. It don't matter with the Khaos crew. We specialize in making things do what they do. So sit back, chill, and enjoy the show with me, Chris, Gaiskar, and Anzo.
Fire. Peace. 9 o'clock.